Hey Jacob, do you hear us?
Yep.
Great, good.
Okay.
Pizza.
I don't see the Jones room though.
CFC, yeah, we're in this other.
Oh, you're at CFC today.
CFC. You're not gonna see us, are you?
Unless you plug in with the HDMI cord into the Polycom. Delise, it runs like the Jones room used to run.
Oh.
Gotcha.
The cords are probably tucked behind the television.
Is that what you have connected already?
See it.
Your camera's on?
You'll need an HDMI cord for the television
And that
and
one
a USB for the Polycom.
There we go.
Yep. There you go. You're all set then.
Morning, Charles.
Hey, everybody, how's it going?
Got better sound in this room. Yeah. The one is in the.
Oh, are you at they're at the Fields complex?
Yeah.
Morning,
I
Esther,
forgot.
how are you?
The
I'm well, thank you.
Jones room is closed for tonight's holiday concert.
There you go.
That's what it is.
What's the one that's for?
I think it's it.
Hi, Esther.
Hi.
We'll
Can
get
you hear me
started.
okay?
Yes. We have full quorum, so we'll get started. Welcome to the fourth quarter service area committee meeting. I am Alex Georgiadis, Service Area Director. Today is Thursday, December 18th. It is now 10:03 a.m. Alex Georgiadis, Service Area Director. Beside me is Delise Rodriguez, Service Area Administrator. Online joining us is Ray Febres, Finance Manager, Jacob Waddle, General Manager. From the committee, we have Charles Richards joining us as Liaison to Service Area from the board. And from the committee, online joining us is Esther Garouche. And in person from the committee joining us today, we have Chris Alberts, Kathy Failla, and Sue Hoffman. Excellent. We need a motion, please, to call the meeting to order. Do I have a call to order? Second? Second. Excellent. Let's get started. Any open CCDD tickets, GoGov?
Yes, there is one. It is in process for the spring.
Sprinkles.
I have a question on that. I put one in. I got a response that looked in, and somebody would look into it, but I didn't hear from.
What was it regarding?
The suite on the high, on inside the line, on the second story by the window.
Yep.
There's a gray spot and it looks like something that's a hole.
It looks like a hole, right? I
Yes,
remember
that one we have.
I don't know.
That one was through Syria.
Well, that's how.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's
That
fine.
works.
I was just gonna put it through the thing and I said, let's do the right thing.
You're good. We have it open pending.
We're-
You're actually gonna look at it today and there's
Yeah.
actually.
Oh, see.
We're gonna do it on the walkthrough today. I mean, any history, it's something new or is it older?
It could have been there since the power washing. It's just who looks.
Yeah,
I mean.
it looks like a screw hole or even like a BB or something. Yeah,
Great spot around it.
Huh.
It's- I probably never would have noticed it.
take a look at it today.
Okay.
And then the sprinklers item, do you know specifics on that?
Uh,
It was just a homeowner,
It's a homeowner, but
okay,
I'll send it to you.
yeah,
One question, when the sprinklers, because they have been coming on.
Good.
I literally had to go out and there's like a little ring at the top.
yes.
Just, I had to readjust all like
The directions, you
the
mean?
direction.
Anything like that, we ask, just let us know and we'll send the irrigation out right away.
I wanted the
Okay.
sign to get it.
I mean, if you solve the problem, great.
Yeah, it's- Just didn't know if that was a thing.
Good, okay,
You're awesome.
excellent. Very good. That's it for GoGov CDD tickets. Next item, we have code of conduct, just to remind us, everyone, when we joined the committee, we had a code of conduct that we signed. Just a reminder, take a look at it, refresher. The expectation of any committee member in meetings and reminder of no personal requests, special requests, because we're on a committee, keep everything objective, neutral.
That also applies to anything posted on Facebook as well.
That would make sense, yeah. Yes. Excellent. Moving on. Next item we're moving into is the financials. As the service area, we're still moving along, trying to build up our reserves. We are behind a bit, but we are trending in the positive direction towards funding. We look at this as impact also towards next year. We look forward. We have pressure wash, I'm sorry, landscaping out of contract for next year. I'm missing one sheet here. Let me just pull up a current
Excuse
report
me.
on. Yes,
Alex, will you be sharing anything on the screen?
let me see, if you'd like us to, we can do that. Share the financials.
The one I sent you.
Well, then, I'm not so much.
They were just made available, so we haven't shared those. Sure.
Yeah.
I'm in there. That's something. You
There
see
we
that? No.
There we go.
Financials?
Yes, thank you very much.
Zoom in a little bit. Better, so that's our operating, first column, and second column are reserves. We are behind, I mean, for reserve study, reserves, we should be closing the year around 567, and we're closer to $200,000 range. So that'll impact us. We have coming up, I believe it was 27, starting 27, 28, 29, 3-year phased painting. Estimated cost, over 425. So we'll probably keep it as a phased project, based on the budget. But even when the time comes, we'll look at, is the paint absolutely necessary at the time? We might want to defer it and give ourselves some time to build up some more reserves. So at that point, we can have a evaluation by a professional to see the condition of the paint. I know folks are complaining already regarding the paint. We're having this chalking, sort of
On, you're talking about on the,
exteriors.
yes, but on the stucco, because I know on the front porches.
Yeah.
That was a horrific job.
The trim, you mean, the white trim?
The white trim, forever.
It's peeling. It's my understanding.
Maybe we can do that,
Trim only and not, that's interesting. We could look into something like that.
because the outside is, there may be some talking, I mean, we all have it, for it showed up after the power washing.
Okay,
But it doesn't seem to interfere with the integrity of the paint.
six also.
The trims on the porches are really bad.
So maybe take on the trim as a project first and then the stucco second.
Everyone agrees with that.
And if the painters say that's doable, I don't think one should impact the other.
When, years.
27, as per the reserve study, painting would start in 27 and it's 3-year phased. So 27, 28, 29. It's probably based on as the homes were released.
So we still have time. Alex, I have a question for you. Last time we had a meeting, we discussed how
Uh-huh.
some of the paint in certain areas of the townhomes weren't done with exterior paint. Was follow-up done on that to determine where it was actually not done with exterior paint? And so
Well, I
that we
think that's
know
what
what to do.
Kathy was talking about was a trim. They were saying the trim was done with interior paint. That's why we're seeing the peeling so evident and so frequent.
Is it only the trim though? Are
The
we
peeling
certain
is
that
on the
it wasn't?
trim.
No, I'm saying, is it the case where the interior paint was only used on the trim, or was it also in some areas of the stucco?
No, it's
Do we know
true, but we had a painter come and he told us.
Yeah, the stucco paint is just a low grade, basic paint. And unfortunately, even in the warranty documentation supplied by the developer, they listed as a 1 to 2 year expectation on that paint. But unfortunately, the reserve study, we have it aged out at almost 7 years. So we have that sort of conflict. So we're gonna have to have some sort of compromise. Do we deal with the chalking? You understand what the chalking be? You would rub your finger on the wall and you'd see almost like a white powder on your fingers. And some folks complained about it during the pressure washing and became evident as well. So that's where we are. Budget is gonna hold us back from doing anything immediately, but something like the trim, if everyone's in agreement that that definitely needs attention before anything else. We could look into maybe getting pricing for only trim work and see where that falls. And then,
And what is our? Go ahead, let me know.
go ahead.
It's hard. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to interrupt. It's hard to know if I'm interrupting somebody. We were also going to look into, because of the fact that it was done with the incorrect type of paint, into Mattamy paying for that rather than us paying for that, because it wasn't done correctly to begin with. So was there any action item follow-up on that?
That with the developer, I don't think that conversation really went anywhere. I'll follow up again, but my expectation would not be great, unless it would be sort of a lawsuit type of thing, which would be a year sort of.
I think we need to understand if it was wrong. Say, and also make sure that the new, buildings are building
Yeah.
now don't have the same. So at least if they don't pay for this, then we need to make sure that we don't have this
They need to fix it
duplicated.
before.
in space.
The paint that's being used in the new development is exterior.
Because reserves are bad enough as it is. We don't need to be tapping in for brand.
Yeah, and that's something we can take
Exactly.
action on now, because those homes are in warranty, so I think. we
The
need
new
to-
ones, I'm saying, yeah.
And you
Yes.
over, so we can
That's correct.
see it.
From the high level of my review, most of that would be anything with the builder is avoided after 1 year, whether it's warranty related or not. Alex, let's dive into this a little deeper offline later, as even with the trim work, if we were to do it outside of the paint cycle, it's really not cataloged as inside the scope of the service area. Unless
I
it was tied to a paint cycle.
Yeah,
Meaning that if there's paint peeling right now on individual homes, unfortunately, yes, that does fall on the homeowner themselves, unless we did a service area wide project. Their reserve fund being half what it should be is challenging to look at escalating a project like that.
Yeah, but the paint peeling issue won't deteriorate walls and the building. I've had it happening on my unit.
Many.
And, I mean, it's critical areas that can.
okay, we'll look into it. I mean, the first step would be, we could get some estimates and see what sort of numbers we're actually looking at, and if it's feasible. I assume so, that one wouldn't impact the other. We could look at numbers and then decide from there how we can proceed, if we can proceed. Because what Jacob mentions is right. Basically, we're accelerating a reserve. And normally, especially we're not in great reserve status to begin with, we would normally defer, push back in our situation. But
Yeah.
so we have a conflict here, reserve amounts versus urgency of work.
Yeah, some of them been pretty bad for a while. I've been noted on walkthroughs many times.
But it is a no.
Can we at least do the, yes,
A feast.
See,
yeah, so we can move forward at least an estimate, so at least. we
Yes.
know.
yes,
So the two action items were get an estimate and then also follow up with Maddie on the new phase.
yes, I mean, that phrase follow up, we have to just be clear on expectation there. We
Yeah.
can have the conversation and then we can't make it a guarantee where it's gonna go.
Yeah.
I think we have some power.
We'd like to know what the outcome is and.
Yep.
see if there's action set, what can you say?
Great. Very good. And then landscape specifically, for next year in operating, we have 10,600 in operating and 8,750 in reserves, which is just over 19,000 for the entire year. Roughly speaking, as a game plan, we're planning on using about 25% for the first half of the year. So 25% through June, allowing 75% for the second half of the year to allow contingency for any unforeseen circumstances, storm cleanup, typically being a bigger one. So numbers wise, it works out to about 4,800, just shy of $5,000 for the first half of the year. And then 14,500 for the second half of the year. And most of that will push towards end of third quarter into fourth quarter, dressing up the area for Thanksgiving and Christmas, so everything looks fresh for the holidays. Coupled with that, it's not outside of landscape, it's in landscape contract work, is the mulch. We're locking in 2 times per year. We have tentatively April and October applications of mulch. So same thing to be fresh before the holidays. That's the game plan. Yeah, I mean, we're late. Even if it's done, we have some service areas are gonna get done in January. It's still a 25 mulch application, and we're doing an April, May application as the first one for 26, and October for the second one. So that's
I have a-
general. Yeah, go ahead.
Can we do questions in between, or do you want us to wait?
No, go ahead.
Okay, so Sue had brought up a good idea of possibly looking at doing rocks instead of mulch, so that could help us in the future. Has any action been done on that to determine how much that would cost?
When you said that would be an ARC, and it has to be approved by ARC.
Mark, are we talking on a home by home basis or across the service area?
Across the service area, there are areas where there's mulch that's constantly running off. So it was introduced as an idea to not have to replace mulch so often, is to have rocks instead. And that's across the board, not specific homes.
But only in,
Driveways specifically?
right, because you said definitely a no-go in the front.
Yeah, I don't think ARC will approve in the front. The driveways, potentially.
Yeah, all the back areas, it's more where.
Those strips, basically. And where the cars run over. Yeah, nothing has been done on that. I will move forward. That'll be one of my items for Q1 with ARC. I know they're in the process of changing some of their rules in ARC regarding stone. As of now, technically, it's not permitted, but my understanding is the new guidelines will permit it. So I'll see if we fall in between. We should wait till the new guidelines are approved or not. But we'll have a conversation and see where that lands. Part of that would be a cost associated because that would be outside of contract. So we could potentially pull that out of landscaping. And we'll try to get an estimated cost on executing something like that just for the driveways.
And then a second piece, unless you have it on the agenda for conversation, is where we're at with the pipe repair on Coastal Court.
That one, they're estimating to be complete today, finally. That got pushed off a few times. We had some clock repairs and some valve repairs unexpected, which pushed out this work. But as of this morning, they anticipate it to be done today. And we'll check with Brian on the walkthrough afterwards as well to see where we are with that. We may see it in progress or even complete by the time we get out there.
Okay. And are they replacing, so I don't know really how to ask this question, but it seemed to me like they replaced the sod first. It was starting to die, and then they went in and did the pipes, which would help, but I don't know what state it's in right now as of the last time that I took pictures. So just curious why they replaced sod before repairing the pipes. And is it going to be additional cost to now replace wherever they had to dig holes?
There's no additional cost. If the landscaper caused the damage, either directly or indirectly meaning the landscaping was, or the irrigation was not adequate for the new planting, the landscaper will replace under warranty. So we'll check with Brian on that too, where we are. And Typically, we'll say we're monitoring the sod to see how it does, but after some point, if it doesn't recover, we replace. We've done throughout the service areas on the order of $600,000 of warranty sod replacement this year. So Brian's good for it. So that's a huge positive with that particular vendor. Any other questions on landscaping, sod? High level again, just our plant material. First phase, I believe, is completely done. We'll confirm on our walkthrough today, and then we'll start looking for replacements for the next phase. But again, we want to make sure our irrigation will be coupled with that, just like you said, Esther. Make sure we don't do plants without the appropriate irrigation. If we do that, again, it's going to be warranty replacement, but we're sort of spinning our wheels unnecessarily, wasting material and labor. It's not ours, it's free, but it's still a waste. It's unnecessary. Anything else, Esther?
No, in the walkthrough, you're gonna do a check of the plant material that was recently installed to see the condition that it's in.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And that's it. Thank you.
Great. So we had irrigation, sod, and plant installations. And then final item moving on to is service area accomplishments for 2025. We had 2 times pressure washing done. We had the flats and the full buildings done in the fall. And then we also had the gutter cleaning performed. Just sort of input survey on that. How do we feel about the vendors that did the gutter cleaning and the pressure washing? Use them again? Try somebody else next time?
Question on pressure washing. Anyone knows pressure washing, changes in paint color, where you could see the lines of where the pressure painted throughout all the buildings?
Yep, that's part of this chalking issue with the paint. That's how the whole thing came up. We brought out the specialist from the paint company and they said that's typical. Even if you hit it with a hard hose, you'll see that because it's chalking. You can even go with your finger and you'll make a line on it. That fragility of the paint is the issue that we're dealing with. So now it depends how severe, how do we rank it? Is it absolutely necessary to be done now? I know it's definitely cosmetic in some colors. I think the dark gray, you see it the most. And then there's like a darker beige, you see it second, and then the lighter ones, you see it less. But the dark gray is the worst. So we see the lines the most.
So we would potentially, the next time we paint, we could correct that.
Oh, of course. We already have the process. It's the quality of the paint. I mean, that's a problem. We'd have to do a prep of the existing surface and then apply the new paint. I mean, that's a proper procedure just to make sure we don't repeat anything.
Overall, I think they did a decent job. I'm still not happy with mine.
Okay.
But did we ever look into getting an estimate on correcting the pitch on almost everyone's gutters?
Where they though, we were checking on notes. If someone reports specifically, because we had the vendor check. As
But I know you said and a lot of them were an incorrect pitch.
what's that? Okay, so we'll follow up with that. Okay, so
Yes, when it rains hard, man. The amount of rain that I get into the Lanai area, it's just like in droves. I mean, it's like
A little waterfall.
It's waterfall, you know.
In between my unit and my neighbor's unit, there's an incredible amount of water that comes through, which is a pitching issue, and over time that will deteriorate the building.
yes,
Is it in yours, they put a flashing?
Yeah, that's.
Trying to help. I know they guarantee that it would-
No, it seems to be working well, because that was a literal stream. I mean, it wore a hole through.
but the underlying problem is that pitch shouldn't be this way, it should be the opposite way to get the water out of that area. Okay,
So then we noticed the black roof.
yeah,
Right?
yeah, right, yeah.
That was a lot of them. Someone came in and fixed it. It still happens, but not to the extent.
Okay.
That's the one I was saying, but Alex, it's still dirty and it's still down there and I'm not finding a 10 to 12 foot
Yeah,
ladder
yeah, yeah.
to hose it down.
Okay, so then we'll make that an item for getting pricing as a service area on adjusting the pitch on the home. So we'll go on a home by home basis and do a survey and price accordingly.
Yeah, I mean, it's as simple as putting a long level on it. You can see it right away.
Okay.
But I had one guy come and put a bullet level on it. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, no, it's not. Because we had, home inspection on. And I gave.
Contrary.
That's-
I have a
How about
question on the
Yes,
pressure cleaning. Yes, a question on the pressure cleaning. And this is just from some residents, some owners that had talked to me about it. It's understanding what type of chemicals are being used. It seems like Clorox or something. What I understood is that something very harsh is being used and it's probably not necessary. And that may be taking a toll on the paint. Excuse, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear.
They were
So
using
it-
bleach unless it was otherwise requested not to use bleach, because I know we requested no bleach.
Right, we're requesting, and they could smell it, that there is Clorox bleach or whatever. So what they were saying is, this could be also damaging the paint unnecessarily, or putting wear and tear on the paint unnecessarily. So do we know what chemicals are being used?
Yeah, it's a bleach product, but we run into that catch-22 now. Do we take care of the staining conditions or not? So we do it without bleach, and those homes typically, you'll see the discoloration come back sooner.
And mold and all that.
Correct. So we're stuck in a catch-22. It's hard to satisfy everyone. That's why we give folks the option of using bleach or not.
What do you mean you give the folks the option?
You can request no bleach.
No chemical or chemical? You want just water, or you want to use the chemical as well?
Okay, so you can
Yeah, those
request
are
a
in the
townhome by
email blast.
townhome?
Yeah, I've seen those,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Charles, what?
No, I think I've seen in the email blast that if you don't want the chemicals, then that's, you can notify town hall. So I think those are typically contained, unless I'm wrong, Alex. Deleted.
No, that's accurate.
Okay.
True, because I requested no chemicals. Yeah.
So maybe we need to refine that process a little bit, maybe. I know it's always hard with communications because, I don't know, maybe we just think through if there's maybe we need like a master list of, maybe we do it like at the beginning of the year, just soliciting who wants chemicals and who doesn't, just townhome by townhome.
Yeah, so we
maybe-
could do it before the project actually commences, do it early and just have it ready.
Yeah, something like that. Or maybe
Okay.
they need to opt into chemicals, whatever y'all want to do, I think.
I mean, that's what we normally do when the project is upon us. We advise everyone to let us know if you prefer not to. The default is we're using chemicals unless otherwise noted. But yeah, we'll just update the list again early the year before we do our first project.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah,
The
well,
vendor
I-
themselves, though, go ahead.
No, I understand the option. It's interesting to have an option per home because no matter what, we have to repaint all buildings, right? We don't go in there and just repaint one building and one has been damaged by bleach versus another one that hasn't. So I find it interesting.
But
And
let's
I
be
understand your
careful.
catch-22.
Let's be careful with that term damaged by bleach, because we have a failing paint product to begin with. So not to blame one thing for something that was failing already. Let's be careful with that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Does that make
but
sense?
this can,
Okay.
sure, but this
I
can
I think
add to
Esther's
it,
point
right?
is, yeah,